Okay, so what I'm talking about today is a really delicate topic, and whenever I talk about this topic, I get a lot of different comments and opinions. But the point is, ageism is real. Age bias is real, whether we want to acknowledge it or not. So when we have the ability to do something within our power to help overcome that for ourselves, it's really important that we do that. Does it change the fact that it's there and it stinks and it's just not something pleasant that we want to have to deal with? No. These little tips and tricks are not going to make the problem go away. But if you're someone that's struggling with it and you're trying to get over that hump, you're trying to overcome it, you're trying to get past it, there are little things that you can do that will help. Like I said, this is not the ultimate solution. These are just tips and ideas to help. So one of the things is that on your resume, you don't want to go back more than 15 years of work experience. Okay, if you go back more than 15 years, for one, it's just too much information on your resume. Employers don't really consider it relevant. But, if you're one of those people that's including work experience from the 1980s and you're putting your degree date on your resume and it's from the 1960s or 70s, you're dating yourself. And whether it's an unconscious or a conscious bias, it's there. So if there's something we can do to minimize that, then let's do it. So you can definitely take those dates off and not include more than 15 years of work experience. The other thing is that on your LinkedIn profile, you can actually remove the date from your education. I don't know if you know this or not. A lot of people don't, but you can. You don't have to have a graduation date on that section of your LinkedIn profile, which is another great way to just remove any unconscious age bias. And I just want to put this caveat out there because I know people are going to say it, well, you don't want to work for an employer that's biased, or, it stinks that is the way that it is, or, whatever the case may be. I know. It really stinks. And the tips that I'm offering are to help you. That's all it's for. I'm not offering a big solution to the greater issue of age discrimination. But what I am offering are some tips and advice to help you if you're concerned that you're coming up against age discrimination, and that's why you're not hearing back from employers. That's why you're not getting responses on your resume. There's unconscious bias. Some people don't even realize that they're doing it. And what one hiring manager or one recruiter's issue may not be the culture of the team and the company. That's always a possibility. So I just want to put that out there because I know there's going to be kickback, that I'm even offering advice and tips about how to overcome the age discrimination issue. It's just the reality of it. But my biggest advice to you is to limit your work experience on your resume, to not go back more than 15 years. If you have in your career summary that you have 20 plus or 30 plus years of experience, that's not really a differentiator and you're dating yourself. Okay. If you are including your graduation date on your resume and it's in the 1980s, you might want to remove that. In fact, you don't even really have to include the date at all. If you're a recent graduate, you may want to. If there's a recent certification that you've earned, you may want to. But I wouldn't even bother including it. And if you have it on your LinkedIn profile, I would remove it. So if you are coming up against age discrimination, it's an issue for you, you want to find out tips and advice for how to combat that, these are the tips and advice I have for you. I know not everyone's going to want to do that. Not everyone cares. Some people could care less, but for those that do, those are my tips and advice. And if there's anything else I can do, any other tips or advice that I can offer you to help overcome that, if you are struggling with it, please don't hesitate to reach out to me because I am more than happy to help you. I realize that it's a real thing and that there are people out there that are struggling with it. So I hope this has been beneficial to you, and that's my couple of tips and advice for today. So thanks so much, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.